Hello Libra! Thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I got the Libra Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reisch. Reisch is R-E-I-S-C-H. We're going to do relationship first, single second, oracle cards where needed. Stop. Okay. That's weird, but we'll see what happens. They're all face down. Oy, this energy's all over the place. All over the place. What's up with that? Alright, we have the wisdom card here. Wisdom. It makes me feel like something's being repeated. You're seeing the beginning, possibly, of something repeating in your life. This is your chance to nip it in the bud. So the same thing that's happened previously doesn't happen again. Alright. Now, your challenge card is the strength card. And I feel like they're saying, this is something you're going to see coming, and you know how it's played out in the past. It's not the easier way to do things, but if you go the easy route, you're going to get the same outcome you did last time, and you don't like that is what I'm getting. So I feel like the challenge card is just to kind of like, there's something here you don't really want to do to handle this situation, but I'm feeling like if you want a better outcome, that's what it's going to call for. Now, I'm going to flip these over. For better or for worse, I'm going to flip them over. Your partner, see this is a challenge. I see the challenge here. It seems very spread out, but I'm getting your partner with the Seven of Swords. Your partner seems to be letting something go. I don't feel like you want to do that. Your partner seems to be letting something go, and I'm getting the home safe protection. They just want for you and them to get along. They're just letting something go. Something they didn't like happened. They're just letting it go for now. They're going back into the normal routine. I'm getting that with the Page of Wands. Back into the routine, just going things along autopilot. Handling things, but not making things happen, just kind of following along what normally happens here. But the thing is, I'm also seeing, and I don't feel this as much as an intention, but more of a warning. They got the Seven of Pentacles here with the imagination. What they're supposedly letting go, trying to let go, honestly trying to let go, just kind of walk away from, it's going to weigh on them. And sooner or later, it's going to come out. It's going to come forward. It's going to be a problem. The Seven of Pentacles is telling me it may not be a fruit that's going to be picked right now. It will be picked later. The imagination here is saying that fruit could be very rotten by the time it gets picked. Are we sure? Yep. Okay. Now, I feel like this is your gift because you know you've done this before. I don't know if with this person or other people, however that's hitting for you, you've seen things just kind of get brushed under the rug just to come up later. And like, you've brushed something under the rug and then it mildews and rots. And it's by the time you pick that rug up, it's so disgusting that it damaged the rug. Let's put it that way. It severely damaged the rug. The analogy, I think you understand. You've got the High Priestess. You know how this is going to work out. You have the intelligence. I don't want to say the intel. I said that wrong. You have the intelligence too, clearly. I mean, you're Libra. But you have the intel to know how this is going to work out if you let it play out the way it's going. You know it's going to take some strength to bring this forward and talk it out, but if you don't want there to be a rotten mess under the rug later on that's just going to damage that rug, you're going to have to bring it forward, and you know it. I feel like you know this. I feel like you full well know this, quite frankly. You've seen how this plays out before. If this reading is hitting with you, you know this. I don't feel like you're even upset by it. You're just kind of like, yeah, I kind of know. But you're also kind of like, I really don't want to bring this forward because it's just kind of like, it's very stressful. There's a lot of anxiety with bringing this forward, but you're kind of like, if I don't, it's either anxiety now or devastation later. Because what I'm getting here, you want the victory. You want this victory. And to make this happen, you have to express this love to your partner. You have to come forward with what happened. You have to be the driving force here, and you have to make sure this is handled. You have to come forward quickly. You have to go forward now while the situation is still fresh. You have to come forward with love, and you have to bring this forward. That's going to give you your victory. You have to come forward with love. What does that mean? I get that it depends on your situation, but like you're being very graceful. You're coming at it towards them, being apologetic, I feel, in some cases, depending on your situation. But you're coming forward with that love and proving that love and saying, you know what, I love you too much just to let this go by. I don't feel good about what happened. And I want to address it and deal with it so that we don't end up having bigger problems later. I thank you for trying to let it go, but I feel like that's bad for us. I feel like it'll just be worse later. I'd rather just deal with it and work this out with you. Because you have the wisdom. You have the wisdom. You know where this is going. I feel like you do. The Tower card is what helps you. How is that helping you? Because if you're the one bringing it forward, how shocked are you? Like, why would you be shocked? The outcome you're shocked in. Because I feel like your partner very much, you bringing this forward makes a great deal of positive impact on this relationship. A great deal of positive impact. What helps your partner and what I see happening from that, assuming you go down this line, the Emperor and Empress. The Empress is what's helping the situation. The Emperor is what's happening. Your partner feels very loved and heard and appreciated by you bringing it forward. There's a lot of honor in this relationship for that. And I feel like they're very much valuing you bringing it forward. They seem to feel that you understand how much this impacted them. And the fact that you're bringing this forward is really giving this the chance to truly heal. I feel like this is going extremely well, and that's why you have this Tower card. I don't feel like it's that bad. The conversation goes extremely well. Because you're bringing it forward, your partner is talking it through. You are talking it through, but it's not that painful. I don't feel like it's that painful. That's your Tower card too. You're not expecting it to go that well. It's one of the times, I say this a lot lately, I don't feel like this tower is painful. I feel like it's a shock, and it's knocking over this tower, but you're like, that tower needed to go. I wasn't in the tower when I feel like you're like, I'm outside the tower when it's falling. It needed to fall. It just wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be. That tower did need to go. And the fact that it fell down and it's gone, good, because things are being addressed. By doing that, and I almost feel like this is a fairy tale ending, you got the Three of Wands. You are going to move on from this. It is in the past. It's something in the past that you've learned from that has been addressed and is truly left in the past because you've addressed it. And it's moving on. It is actually moving on. Instead of it being a landmine hidden under some dirt that you're afraid you're going to blow your leg off at some point, it's been taken care of. It's been shipped away. It's gone. It's in the past. You're moving on from it. I feel like you actually are moving on from this hard time, this hard moment, whatever this was. Honestly, it's not coming back to get you later by actually addressing it. Is there anything left? I think that's it. All right, so that's Libra relationships. I think we're good. So I feel like for what this situation is, I do feel like it ends very well for you. I really, really do. Assuming you handle it the way they're kind of suggesting you handle it. If this reading is hitting with you, resonating with you, of course. Let's do Libra single now. What do we have for single Libras? Messages for single Libras. What do we have for single Libras? Messages for single Libras. What do we have for single Libras? A little bit more here. Messages for single Libras. Empowering information for single... Stop. We got the Justice card in the center, which is usually a Libra card, I believe, because of the scales and all that stuff. Yes. We'll see where this is going. I don't really know just yet. No, stop. Done? Definitely. Okay. Now, you got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom here. There's a very solid foundation for the person that you're interested in. Is it them or is it this? It's them. They seem very predictable. You seem to know where they're going, what type of person they want. You're feeling like you could actually fit into this. They do have I'm seeing the Eight of Pentacles for them as if they have a lot going on. They seem very valuable, I want to say, but very active. Seems like it seems like there's a lot of monetary asset here. And I know this is a general read, but I feel like what they're doing makes them very valuable and they got a lot going on. And I feel like you're very happy with this. This looks very good for you. You think this is a good person in your life. I'm getting in the past you've considered, like, I feel like this is something you've been trying to warm this person up to you. Is that right or is that off? I just feel like you've been looking for opportunities, and you have the Magician card in the past. I feel like this is you trying to get closer to this person to see how close you can get. Because I feel like the Magician, you've been using that energy to get closer to see what's really possible here. You've been getting closer to this person over time. Seems to be the type of person that you can't just start something off. You can't just get a date going and go from there. This is somebody that has to warm up to you. You have to get closer to and see, what type of interest you have in common. Where can you, cross paths that way. But I'm getting here in the center, you're seeing, you feel like you found your moment. The Chariot is in your thoughts, which makes me feel you see your opportunity, and you see your opportunity and you want to move forward on it. So I'm getting the Justice and the Queen of Pentacles. Justice Justice is telling me you're finding your opportunity. The Queen of Cups is not the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups is in here in the center. And I feel like you're seeing your opportunity, you're taking that opportunity, but you're playing your cards close to your chest. You're not letting this other person know how you feel, but you're like, this is my opportunity. I have to see if I can get in a little closer here. And I feel like you're just trying to get closer to this person and seeing if you can get them to show interest back in you. Is that right? Because I feel you playing it close to your chest. You're like, I can't move on this too soon, but I want to see if I can get them to have interest in me. You're trying to get them to have interest back in you. And I feel like you're very happy about having this moment, but I'm also getting the Five of Wands here for where you're standing. It's very conflicting because you kind of want to say something. You kind of feel like it's not time to. You're trying to get that person to show you interest. I don't feel like it's kind of coming off that way. But you are seeing the Nine of Cups here, which is telling me you're enjoying this moment. I just don't feel like it's ultimately coming off ideally. It's going well, but not as well as you want it to. You're not seeing that reciprocation come back is what I'm getting. So, this is leading to the next part, the future. It was a good moment, just not as good as you wanted it to be. I got like sunshine all over me here, which is not bad, but because it didn't work out exactly the way you wanted it to, I hope you can see me because I feel like it's getting kind of blurry. I hope it's not. You have the Queen of Swords. You're going forward and you're starting a conversation with this person to find out how do they really feel. Is there a chance here? Do they have interest? You got the passion and the harmony. You're very tactful. You got a lot of tact, a lot of grace. Something I'm not always good with, I'm just going to say. But you're going forward and saying, I don't know, you're very I don't want to say diplomatic. You got a lot of grace. You're very graceful. You're finding out where this person stands. Do they like you or not? Do they want to try something or not? Do they want to go forward with you or not? You got the passion with the harmony and this Queen of Swords. She's very smart. I always see her as very smart. She says what she wants to. She finds out the information. You're unearthing. Does this person have the passion with you? You have the passion, and you're putting it out there a little bit where you feel safe, but you're making sure you're both getting along. So you're getting out there. You're trying to find it out. And I do see that you're finding what you want here. The passion, you're unearthing the passion. but you're still keeping it in a harmonious way. But I feel like you're seeing that this person is very busy and they're just not sure if they have time for a relationship, or it's something along those lines. It's not a question if they're interested in you or not. It's more of a question, do they have time for a relationship? Something along those lines. Other obligations, things like that. And I feel like as you keep going forward, you got the Moon card with prosperity. This person is definitely interested, but how far can this go? Prosperity is there. You can have something. This person is interested. I feel like that's the prosperity, that they are interested. You're interested, they're interested. But the Moon card is saying it's hard to lock this in. It's hard to link this up. It's hard to get this to really get going. And as you keep going forward, you got this, the Ten of Wands. Like, it's becoming such a chore to try to get something to happen here. It's becoming really quite the labored thing. It's not coming easily, is what I'm getting. Even though this other person has interest, it's just like not happening the way you'd like it to. And I feel like that the Ten of Wands is the last card here. Like, it's very labored. It's becoming such a chore just to try to get this person to be in the same spot you are, to try to get something to go farther to the next level. And I feel like that's what they're trying to tell you with this reading is like, if you're going to get involved with this person, yeah, they do like you. Yeah, you could possibly get this going. But I feel like it's always going to be work. It's always going to be a chore. It's always going to be work. It's not going to level off at some point. You're going to be the one who's constantly working to make this work out. And the question is that what you really want? Is that okay with you, that you're going to be the one constantly doing the effort to make this relationship work out? Because I feel like that's what this is. The way this is going, it feels like you're the one constantly doing the work, and it's going to be labored the whole time. I just don't feel it changing. I gotta be honest with you. The way it starts is the way it continues, and the way it goes on for however long you want it. I don't know. I don't know how that sounds for an ending, but that's definitely where the energy's going. Like, it's gonna be a rough road. It's just a lot on you. I feel like it's a lot. I mean, just, you got to decide whether that's something really worth it in this situation. Because I feel like the way you're coming into it is just kind of like at some point this person will show interest back, and they'll put the effort back in seeing you. I just feel you're the one always putting in the effort. If you're okay with that, I would keep going. If you're not okay with that, you might want to cut your losses before you go too far. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm going to wrap that up there. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.